stay consistent, I think that these will work for you. Hi, my name is Fiona. From My Happy Place, we talk about everything lifestyle, etiquette, and self-development. So today I'd like for us to chat a little bit about how to stay very productive with a lot of distraction. And by distraction, I mean work and academic life with a child at home. So number one is self-care. I realized that when my child was younger and he needed so much more attention from me, I could barely get anything done. You've just started working and he's crying. You've just started working and he's waking up and that kind of thing. So I used to actually leave everything until he's gone to bed, and then I work through the night until about 3 a.m. What that would do is then I would wake up late in the morning. I wake up groggy. You don't feel like you get enough rest. And basically your productivity all day is just low, coupled with looking after the person. I guess you can use your imagination on that one. But I realized recently, because when my child started school, I still used to do the late nights, but he is a lot more independent now, except for the occasional running after. However, for some reason I still find that, I don't know, maybe I filled up the extra time with more work, but I still find that I averagely have been going to bed, if it's really early, at midnight. And so I struggled with getting him ready for school on time. He was late for school every single day of his baby class. But one thing I've discovered that's really working for me now is I realized that if I go to bed early, even just 1 hour earlier, it makes a world of difference. So I have been going to bed at 10:30, 11 or thereabouts, and it's that much easier to wake up in the morning. Guys, the sleep really does change things. I get him ready on time, and yeah, he's been a model student so far. Another thing on self-care is working out. You need to work something into that routine. So what I do is, because I am not very big on the whole gym business, YouTube videos, and I walk for 30 minutes. They work into the 30-minute walk something for every part of your body. So you find that every part of you gets a bit of a stretch or something. And I won't lie to you, it has done a world of difference. So what I do is I alternate. On Tuesdays, I'll do the walk, and on Wednesdays, I do yoga. And I have been consistent with this for the past 6 weeks. And guys, perhaps it's why I'm sleeping better and waking up feeling better. The jury's out on that. But yeah, I realized that I was neglecting my self-care because I have to run after the child and meet deadlines. But you know what? I never ever thought I would be that parent that abandons their self-care. But here I am. And it's a good thing I caught myself early. Yeah. So we've covered sleep more, sleep earlier, get that rest that your body needs. We've covered working out. There are 2 more things actually. Eat better. I am such a picky eater that if I don't like what options are available to me, typically I won't even be bothered with making something else. But I am being a bit more intentional about not skipping meals and stuff like that. Also, by eat better, eat more green stuff. I remember always complaining about the grass on my plate, but I'm being more intentional about eating that grass. Yeah. And finally, on the self-care front, you guys, keep your hair decent. And why I'm using the word decent, I'm being very careful, because you see, this hair has aged a little bit, but it doesn't take much for me to make it appear neat. So you have that urgent appointment, you'll just go and do a quick hairstyle and you're out the door, as opposed to the time when I used to try to style my natural hair. No, braids are a lifesaver. I have also shied away from the wigs because they have gradually extended my hairline, which, well, was quite high up to begin with. So I don't know where we're heading. But yeah, braids, I find that braids make my physical appearance easier to work with. So when you have braids on, it's a 2-minute hairstyle. Throw on something and you're out the door. I specifically narrowed it down to braids because you know what? I think when you go to do your hair appointment, do your nails, and when you do gel nails, that lasts like 1 month. So you have 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to 1 month of neat looking nails. So yeah, that's the part on self-care, because when you feel good about yourself, then you're in high spirits and you're better able to deliver on everything else. Number 2 is routines. So because I started doing these so many things, I realized that I needed to work in a proper routine. So I have a proper morning routine and a proper evening routine. The morning routine basically is get up, pray, prep my child for school once he's off, put in a 30-minute workout, and then sit at my desk or wherever it is that I've decided I'm going to work from 8 o'clock. So I get up, I actually get up at 7 a.m. and I have never been more productive. Because I get up at 7 a.m. In an hour, I'm done with the child and the workout, and I sit at my desk until noon. In the afternoon, by the time he comes back, I have put in as much work as I could for the day, and I'm ready to watch a movie with him or just hang out. Or just be a bad mom and have some me time. But anyway, and then evenings typically involve him. My evenings, when he was really little, I would not take on anything after 7 p.m. From 7 p.m., don't try asking me for anything. Do not call me for more than a minute. 7 p.m. onwards was his time, because I knew from 7 it wouldn't be long until he's asleep. And the whole day has just been about doing this or other for him, but it hasn't been about spending time with him intentionally. So now I have extended it. Now that he's a bit more independent, I have extended it to 8 o'clock. So the hour between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock is our time. It's the time we have a conversation, talk about the day while I give him a bath, dress him up for bed, feed him, and we're off to bed. So between 8 and 9, that's my typical routine. If you want my attention, call me after 9 o'clock. And now that I've begun to go to bed 10 or 9 o'clock, you have only 1 hour's window. Otherwise, you save it for tomorrow. And I've been very intentional about this, and I must say I'm loving the results. Number 3, do not allow yourself to get overwhelmed. I know that's easy to say, but I found the hack. Take your Sunday afternoon, write down everything you have discussed and agreed with everyone. Oh, let's do that next week. Let's have coffee next week, and all of those things. Write them down on Sunday night. Write them down on Sunday night and categorize them. The ones that are going to need a lot of your time or brain work, put them separate. The ones that are social, separate. And so to couple that, get a planner. On Sunday, you're going to enter everything and plan your week ahead, so you have a snapshot of what your week is going to be like. You've mentally planned what outfits to wear where, because you know what kind of places you're going to go to, and it makes everything that much more seamless. So now you've entered the tasks, the lighter tasks and the social tasks, right? The heavier tasks. Get those, break them down to bite-sized pieces, and depending on order of priority, spread them across the week. I realized that when I try to get something done all at once and get it out of the way, I find myself yelling at my child and sending him away and things like that. And while we are trying to meet deadlines. We are also not trying to deliberately bad parents. And finally, stick to your routines. I'm not saying be a robot. I'm just saying let it be an absolute emergency to now allow it mess with your routine and your plan for the week. That's so when it's an emergency, because you have structure, you can very easily look at your calendar and see what can be moved where and what will have the least effect by being moved around in order to accommodate that emergency. So that's working for me so far. I don't know about you. Share with us your thoughts on how you organize your typical day. But I find that these digital planners are really, really, really helpful. And because they allow you to sync things from your emails and your calendar, so it makes things that much easier. Ultimately, whatever you do and stick to plan, you'll find that you'll be that much more productive. So take what you can, share what you can, so we can also borrow.